Okay, I know I said it would be a minute. It's still taking a little. Oh, actually, wait, we're in. He's finally in. Okay, never mind. I guess it took a couple more minutes than a minute, but we are there. So thank you all for tuning in. It's a little bit of a slug, so let's just roll it around. Welcome back, ladies and gentle people, to our third match of the night here in the Evolution Group 1 between Finality and McTeam. Okay, both teams are good. I think. Okay, cool. No, we're jumping on in. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to oh. Ah. Okay. Okay, no, we're good. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat and things are going weird. We're going in. We're jumping in. Bind, here we come. Ah! Okay. Sorry, there was just lots of things going on in chat. People were ready, people weren't. I got given lobby leader. It's a mess. But we're going in, and that's what matters, right? So, here we are, map number 3. The decider between Finality and McTeam. Remember, Finality is sitting rank 1 on the leaderboards in their group stages. McTeam, they're sitting 5th. If we see Finality lose here, because they've picked up one map, they're going to stay first. If McTeam win here, they're going to move up to 4th in the group. So they'll make a place up, get closer to get into that top 3 scenario, but they can't afford to lose. If they lose, they're going to fall down to be tied last with August and Potent. So this is a well, not really a do or die match, but it's going to be a very important match for McTeam. Finality, they can afford to drop this, but they'll want to win this to continue their advantage up in the top of the leaderboards. And, well, now we're jumping over to Bind, and we're starting to see new characters come out from both sides. On Finality, we're going to be looking at a Viper, and a Brim, and a Breach. That's a triple header combo you don't see at all, which is going to be very interesting to see. On McTeam, you've got your KO, Sky, and Sage. Your Raze and Jet. Okay, there you go. Julius, we understand. Cool. Sage is going to be able to give them a lot of protection here on Bind, especially going for the A site hits. B site, not so much. Going to be wanting to use that wall for a little bit other momentums. It does give a little bit of pressure to block off elbow. So we'll see how well that goes for them. So they're more about trying to get that plant down, whereas Finality and their combination of characters are all about denying your opponent any sight on the map. And also if a spike goes down, done and dusted. It's very interesting though, because a Sova is, I think, an 83% pick rate here on Bind, and not seeing either team pick Sova. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting match to see. And the last thing I didn't mention is Sungun. He did flex from his Sova now to the Sky. Going to be offering some more flashing capabilities. And another interesting thing, Sky is potentially a second or third person on site, almost offered as a initiator, even though Sentinel can obviously use Trailblazer, get a little bit of information, but it's one of those characters that can offer you that duelist capability. So it's almost 4 duelists on McTeam. So Cookie is going to be protecting his teammate, gets the double, gets help from the third. Pendulum absolutely demolishing their opponent, and they pick up the round.
Spikes here. Gun here.
That was great crossfire from the entire side of Finality there to stop McTeam dead in their tracks. Winter loving his beautiful blade. His Swiss Army knife of knives. Actually, I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. Can someone please post in chat what that knife's called? I used to know what the knife was called back in my CSGO days, which are like 4 years ago. Butterfly knife. Aha, never mind. You just don't need to post in chat now. I've got it. It came to me. And now, concussion is going to be prepared. He uses it. One's already gone through the teleporter. Cookie is going to be prepared for it. The paint shells, it's just going to burn him down. It's not enough to kill him, however. On the other side, Mythical's able to get one with the help of Winter. Continue to walk down that place. Mythical's getting more and more kills. Duncan hoping that he does something. He's hoping for the help from Eric. And you can already see Cookie is already suspecting something like this is going to happen. Remaining. But Duncan kind of already dashed on out before Eric can get around to help out. Now he's all alone and they are thinking about hunting him down. So with this, I mean, look at that is so many kills they've been able to get. They've only lost one person over 2 rounds, and that was Pendulum. Also hasn't been able to get any kills, but he's got 3 assists from being able to deny and do a little bit of damage. Team, their funds are going to be hurting. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to fully pick up utility. I mean, Duncan he's missing the cloud burst. At least he's got the rest of his movement capabilities. This guy's got everything. Okay, they're missing some satchel charges on Mike, so he's not going to be able to have that additional mobility as you would like to see on him, and you don't have the slow. So they may have the weapons, but they don't have the utility, and this could be their undoing here, especially against their opponents of Finality, who love to use all this utility. They rely on controlling their opponents. Whereas the team genuinely seem to be more about taking their mechanical skills and putting them to the test against their opponents. And on the lurk, Mythical finds himself 1 kill after seeing his teammate going down. Also has to try and hold on here. He's got 2, but Mike's going to shut that down, leaving Pendulum alone with the Sheriff to try and hold the line as the rest of the teammates come on in. They already suspect that Winter's coming up from behind, but they know that there's a second lurker on the prowl.
Spike planted.
Ooh, he's toying with Pendulum and he gets the kill through the wall. And they still suspect more down there. Lamas gets a kill and now they know where Mythical is located. He's going to use that to heal on up, but unfortunately the health is not going to sustain him through the onslaught of Duncan. And McTeam returned fire, picking themselves up around after getting some weapons in their hands. They only lost 1, which means Lamas is not going to be able to get quite a full buy, but he's going to be able to get up some. They're going to put up another fight against Finality, who've got everything in tow, except a single satchel. Ulster is also missing a snake fight, but that's not too important. It's good at delaying pushes, but if you've got Mythical around you, Mythical's going to be trying to push him anyway. He's not really going to be hunting for the delay. As the wall goes on up, he knows someone's here. He hears this all being taken. He sprays, and Mythical's gone. They trade an orb for a life. Cookie is trying to hold on to the window. The dash comes on in. Duncan's trying to push through. He's just been concussed. There's so much smoke, utility everywhere. Pendulum trying to deal with this. He sees one come on through, but he can't do anything about it. And that Lamas ends up taking out his teammates, so because he couldn't find that kill, he loses the teammate for it, and they're pushing heavily. Lamas catches them out. He's trying to run for it. Viper turns around, he gets 1, he gets 2. He opens up the side, it's now 2 versus 2. The orbital laser is going to come out and walk him down. Mike, sneakily trying to push into the orbital laser to find himself a kill, but also will come on out from behind.
1 enemy remaining.
Eric's trying to walk this down. The Molotov is there. He's going to have to push on through it. Ooh, it's close and he gets it.
I am not just...
Oh, that was so close. McTeam somehow salvaging the round. They lose almost everyone and everything. But they keep the round alive. Pendulum tried to use that Molotov to great effect to hold off that angle. If the push did not come through, that would have been a defuse. So now, with the Boombot given a little bit of knowledge, they're going to be pushed up very aggressively. Also will lose the shower duel. Rookie. Oh, unfortunately, him and Pendulum cannot find the shots. Pendulum does eventually get it, but unfortunately, one shot too late. Just taking a little bit of dash, and a sudden bird comes on out, but Sungun still had his weapon out. Switching is going to be caught off guard. 3 versus 3. Finality have the lesser weapons, but they've got the position, they've got the hold. Winter's holding on a little bit longer, delaying it a bit more and more. Pendulum hasn't decided to rotate yet because you don't know when they're going to switch sides, and he makes the correct call. Going to be holding off. With Llamas leading the charge towards the B side. And as I mentioned, Llamas on this KO is pretty much a duelist.
You
So he's
will
going to be
not
wanting to try and
kill
get it. And
my
there's the
allies.
resurrection. And they're going to check where that resurrection was. They know it wasn't the A side, so they should suspect something's coming up the B. KO does have that ultimate left. The overcharge if he needs to use it. He sprays one, avoids the damage, can't get the kill. But Mythical's here. He used it. He empresses. He retreats to safety. 2 versus 2. Can they find more? Mythical can. Mythical can't. Winter can. He doesn't find himself a weapon though, and Eric does clean it up with the shots on the wall. And with that, McTeam take a 3-round consecutive spree, moving their way into the lead of this final map. This best of 3. Still seeing Pendulum rocking over here with the cookie, so we're not going to see any rotations from Finality. They're happy to play their current setups. They're going to prepare for a one-way up and shower. It's probably a lot easier for Pendulum to set up. Oh, he takes a little bit of a spray through the wall, but that's all it is. Llamas finding a kill towards middle against Winter. Trailblazers are unable to find what he can, but now the one way is out. They're not going to be able to push through there with the snake bite prepared. The frag grenade pushing Ulster into the back of the corner. Ulster's got nowhere to go. Great flash, but he doesn't capitalize on it. He ends up going down.
One enemy remaining.
And now everyone over here on the A side from the team are going to start getting into position, waiting to deal with Cookie. Cookie's hunting. Cookie's waiting. He's got so much to do here. He doesn't check the left side. Llamas gets a few free shots. That will be the end of that chapter. Round 7 has come upon us. The weapons situation is going to be a little disastrous. Finality. They're looking to pick up a Spectre and Mythical, but the rest of the squads are... Pendulum's thinking. He's going to go for the Guardian. So the weapon's not looking too hot for Finality at this stage. So they're going to have to defend against McTeam, who are hot on their trail. Trailblazers are going to come on through again, a little bit of knowledge, allowing them some information of who and what utility they have to deal with, especially if a paint shells comes on in. And they should know the Showstopper is available. But the Showstopper on the other side's coming on out, and it cleans them up. The Rolling Thunder's going to come on out. It's going to knock one player. Are they going to be able to capitalize on that? No, Mythical also got hit by that, unfortunately. Mike's going to get hit with the leer. They know he's now in this corner because the Vandal does 2 broad trails. He swings. He gets the double. No way. Now it is up to Winter.
Spike planted.
In the heel, Mike's going to go straight up to 3/4 health there. But Winter's going to be still looking for it. Little cheeky peeks there, trying to make sure to give some information to Mike. So he's going to come down, holding him at the back. He's hoping someone peeks him, but they're forcing him to come to them. Ooh, they know he's out on the wall. He pulls out a Vandal. Can he find himself the 2 kills that he so desperately needs? Ooh, they're peeking him, they're swinging him, and they will get him. He did have some utility available if he wanted to try and concuss or blind. But once again, that puts you in a very vulnerable situation where that 2 to 3 seconds where you've got that utility out, they can punish you by rotating around and swinging and killing you. So it's a very hard situation. It was not a favorable location for him. And then he will eventually go down, leaving McTeam with a clean 5 straight wins. But now Finality have their full weapon loadout. So this will be a round they're looking to take off of McTeam, stop that constant aggression, stop the ball rolling before it continues to go until it can't be stopped. He's waiting. Cookie gets a beautiful first shot. He needs help from his teammates to keep alive, but the boombot will get him. He gets the second one before he goes down. Pendulum gets another. But unfortunately, they lose one in the background. So, kind of ends it up. They use the orbital laser to make sure no one gets that resurrection on that KO. He's going to go down. Eric wants to go in there, but he doesn't have that wall to be able to protect that KO.
Last player standing.
Sungun will fall to the strength of Ulster. They haven't got the spike yet, but there's still 50 seconds to play with. Eric's hoping that they peek him and he doesn't have to reveal himself or put himself in a vulnerable position. As we wait for this, I just want to say thank you to all the new followers tonight. I do appreciate yous jumping on board.
Left.
Try and bring a lot of Valorant action from the open amateur leagues.
I have the spike.
Eric's now got the spike though. He's pushing on in. He's unable to find himself, and also Ulster did kind of have the peeker's advantage there. And we'll find out Eric. And also the evolution. If you're interested in joining LPL, get yourself a team ready, get yourself prepared for the next season. We still have 3 more weeks of this season, then playoffs. So we're looking out probably a November, I would say. October, November for the next season of the LPL leagues. If you are interested, make sure to jump on in. This is the Evolution League, so if you want to get into group together and jump into the opens and start your way there, move up to the amateurs and then evolutions, feel free. The more teams, the better. Support the Valorant Oceanic scene. Duncan trying to find an opening in Finality, and he's going to be pushed off the line. He is prepared. He's ready. But Winter knows something's up and he gets a spray through the wall. Not enough to kill, but enough to put him on the defense. Because Duncan's not going to want to lead the charge in onto the side anymore. You have to rely on the rest of your teammates. And Mike is doing exactly that. Also keeping a locked down onto the showers. He gets one, but he can't get the second one as the spike has now been planted. Mythical heals, but he didn't dismiss. He was left in an opening. And Finality, they get the kill. The bloody Incendiary makes a burnt, crisp death on the spike as he picks up the second kill on his weapon as well. Pendulum coming through when they most needed him.
Right here.
This man at times cannot be stopped. Pendulum was constantly seen top the scoreboards in the lobby and definitely on Finality. And I love to see it because I am a Brim fan. We see Brim once every 15 games. And I love that we got to see 3 in a row. I love Brim. So as we get prepared, the Viper's Pit's going to be used. It's going to lock down the entry onto site. Pendulum's going to see his teammate die and flash before his eyes. He's going to retreat and play a little bit more defensively there. As Mythical is preparing for the shower, Sungun gets a little bit of information of where that located is. The flash comes on out, but they're not really pushing it. One way is prepared to stop the advance, and Sungun says, yeah, okay. It's better. Let's just hit B site. So the audible has been called. They're going to rotate over to B. Duncan will most likely be left, possibly on the lurk. No, he's going to be gone on the rest of the team. So there is a single ultimate available for Finality to deal with this. That is the Empress, but the Empress is going to be currently sitting at the A site if it is used. Operator available. And there's 5 coming down B long.
I've got your trail.
He's getting prepared. He throws out the flash, but the Seeker's coming after him. It does stun him, and then the Boombot gets him.
Round 1.
utility usage from McTeam, opening up the site, clearing them out, finding themselves kills. Showstopper, unfortunately, not being able to get anything there. Also trying to find something, but he's unable to open it up. Mythical gets a nice Empress kill and retreat. He dismisses out of the site lane, but he can't get that kill. Mike gets his fourth, and Llamas finishes off Ulster to clean up the round. So if you're just tuning in, this is map number 3 of a best of 3 series in the Evolution series. This is Group A. Finality are ranked 1 on the ladder. They have themselves 3 wins and 0 losses, whereas McTeam are ranked 5th on the ladder in the group stages with 1 win and 2 losses. So McTeam are trying to make a statement here. Show all the other teams in the league what they're made of, and Duncan opens up the round with exactly what he wanted to do. He dashes away, they're now charging him. Sun gun gone down. Duncan's still trying to stay alive. He finds himself a third. He's still somehow getting away with this. He almost got the flick. He dashes again and got protected by a teammate again. Oh my god, those dashes and teammates to help him out. That's the kind of team you want looking after you. That's the team you want to be supporting your back at every move as you go into these hellish situations. And then Mike finishes it off. Doesn't let
Gun here.
Duncan pick up the fourth round
in the half.
So, round 12, and Finality starting to lose grip of the series, losing grip of the map. They've picked up a couple rounds, but they ideally want to move in 5-7. I'm actually not sure what the statistics for this map are on offense-defense. I did not check that one, I didn't get time. Someone in the lobby made me lobby host. That's because whoever's power went out, which I'm not mentioning names, was the original lobby host, so it propagated to me, unfortunately. So the Trailblazer is searching. It's not going to get any information. At least it knows that the close quarter combats are free, but that kind of gives you an idea that they're playing more defensive backline locations. And unless you have the smokes to do with that, you might be in issues. And they pushed underneath the one-way that was set up towards a short, and they're going to get that kill. This is Finality's opening now to get that 5th round that they desperately need before they swap halves. Ooh. Mike almost got punished with holding that grenade out, but he's lucky to get away with his life. Paint shells are going to go back. They're making sure to clean up anyone in Tunica. There is one in there. He's taking a few fires. Paint shells are going to counter. Come back out, doing a little bit of damage. They decide they're going to retreat over to the A site. They've left Llamas here, though. But Llamas is going to go on the very long trek to catch up with the rest of his team. Winter and also it's going to be here. So Resurrection's coming. So they want to pick up Duncan. So they've got the Resurrection. Winter's going to be able to get one. He can find himself a second. It's going to be looking for the third. As the Showstopper goes up, the Showstopper does clean up Mike, who's coming out alone. Llamas gets flashed. He can't find anything there. McDuncan gets one, but that's all he gets.
Switching sides.
And we are on round 13. I was trying to figure out how to salvage that. I could not. So as we switch rounds, Mike is just doing wonders for his team. He's found himself 15 kills, leading scorer in the server at the moment. That's what you want to see. Finality though, they're able to salvage a little bit, pick up 5, only 2 rounds behind. They're going to be looking at doing what their opponents did to them. Trying to pull this into overtime or even take this map here. Because Finality, if they win this, they solidify their first place and push their advantage further ahead in the Evolution group stages. Mike's keeping an eye down along. He's going to be greeted by 2 fellows very shortly. Ooh, he's still peeking at seeing if they're coming for him. And with them shooting, he knows that they are.
Bomb buddy out.
So that bomb buddies might not get too much there. They're going to completely force them back off the line. So all the utility down is from that raise. At least you know you don't have to deal with that any longer. And Winter tried to do the same, tried to get a little bit of a concussion and help out. As Pendulum's going to be watching this, they get Winter and they also get Pendulum. So they come off with a better trade. Sungun, he hears the spike going on down as the other side. There's still death around. As Sungun peeks on through, doesn't find the kill, unfortunately. Leaving Eric, the last one alive, to find multiple. He cannot. And now we see Finality pulling this match back on in, reeling in McTeam. Ooh, okay, got some water in me, some air. We are ready. Actually, I'm about to run out of water. I've drunk like 2 liters of water tonight over the last 4 maps. So Mythical's going to be holding shower. If he hears a sound cue, he's going to swing and push that hard. Eric's going up. He's got himself a shorty. He's hoping someone visits him in his domain. Flash comes on out. Still holding. Sungun's trying to create that distraction, trying to create a little bit of distrust in those showers and allow Eric to get that free shorty kill. It's not going to be the case. And now Sungun's going to play on low hit points. Heard a little bit of a jump coming from the Jet. And now they're going to start pushing the site. Mythical is still sitting here. They still suspect something's up. I want to watch this. Boom! He gets it! Excellent! And now they're going to be starting to fight. Come back on the side. Coming up from behind. Pendulum's trying to defend it with the rest of Finality. Mike is also here. They've also got Eric. They're both going to be rotating around. Unfortunately, Eric cannot find a kill with his Spectre. Now it's up to Mike to do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be the case. Leaving Sungun all alone here in land up against Kooky. And Kooky will get the kill. My friends, we are now even on the scoreboard. Finances, though, they're looking comfortably in favor of Finality, but the weapons are now in favor of McTeam. Finality is just going to go for a semi-buy. They're not forcing it. They don't need to try and pull out whatever they can and be under-credited, under-staffed. Just going to take what they can, see what they can do to McTeam, because McTeam's going to need to survive as many members as possible, because they got no finances in reserve. Ball goes up. Ultimate orb for Eric. He's 2 points away from that resurrection. Pendulum's getting prepared to assault that site. And the Daze comes out. Lear's got up. Mike is going to be prepared. A great little flash, but it's going to self-flash on the Mythic. Mike gets one, and now we see Eric get another. They're just holding on. Mike is now the last one remaining. They're trying to push him around the corner.
One enemy
He gets it. Kooky has to deal with 4, and he goes on down. As I've mentioned, McTeam needed to hold on with as many people as they could, and they did it. This allows someone to pay up for Eric's weapon. No one's going to pay for Eric. He's going to pay for himself. But he's got that resurrection available for the rest of his team. That is a 6th man on the field as long as he doesn't get too far ahead of the game. Keeps playing in a defensive location so then he can support his teammates. And look for him to try and save that wall as well. Another point to note is we've got a little bit of a mix-up in where these positions are on the stage. We're going to be seeing the stage. They're going to be looking for that that ultimate orb to hopefully help Duncan out a little bit. We'll almost being able to find that kill down towards Showers. Could have been big if they were able to capitalize on that. Finality are still spread across the map, trying to find themselves a pick. They're confident in their aiming capabilities. Mike, he sees one. Paint shot's going out. Does a little bit of damage. But not a lot. Winter and Kooky were really fast on the escape. Being able to escape that dangerous location. Escapade, that's the word I was looking for. Escape, that was just a joke. Joke, bro. Well, Sun Gun does still have a flash available. He avoids the, ooh, that's a great flash. He gets 3, but unfortunately no one there was able to capitalize on it because he was a little bit worried about concussion himself. He's able to get 1, leaving Eric to do with more, but he's unable to find that kill.
30 seconds left.
Might catch their
Spike
opponents off
planted.
guard here, but it looks like Mythical knows about it, but he's unable to find the kill.
Satchel out.
Duncan actually gets 2 there, and that opens up the site. Pendulum, he doesn't have a Molotov left. He used it to dissuade people coming through the lens, and he's down. But Ulster. 1 snake bite. 2 snake bite. Ha ha ha. I think he could almost get that. Yeah, he can. And we're going to see the swing coming from Ulster, and then Duncan completely didn't expect it. He's like, wait, what? They'll get that kill, they'll get the round, and they'll put themselves 2 ahead of their opponents.
I detonate. You don't.
Who look like they might be moving on to a buy round here. Sorry, not a buy round, and semi-buy round. They've got 2 ultimates to work with. They've got the Pendulum to be able to potentially clear out a location, whether that be Lamp or Elbow. Yet to be seen. They're 2 popular locations. Unless they can get the spike down and then play on defense. Because Finality have such a great team to be able to lock down a location. Especially if they can get the bomb down. The day is going to be coming on out. Sun Gun's been dazed. They're pushing on in. But the flash. It's Sun Gun. Absolutely wonderful on these flashes.
Down
And
A.
then they just
1 enemy
murdered.
remaining.
Absolutely demolished. Sun Gun. These flashes were just disgusting. They stopped McTeam. Oh, sorry, they stopped Finality from going anywhere as they all pushed down A short. I just want to thank you all for continuing to tune on in. It is 10:30 here in Australia at night, 12:30 for the New Zealand players and viewers. It has, I should say, been a long one. But these teams are still playing at peak performance.
Okay.
They're deciding to have a little of a sniff at that B site. Paint shells doing a little bit to slow down that aggression, slow down that push. They want more. There's a showstopper available for them, and they can hear a lot of noise being made. The Seekers come out, all 3 indicating over the B side, so they should know that the entire squad is over at the B. Preparing to execute. They don't really gain much ground on that. Duncan does. He's still really afraid about the locations of their opponents. He might get caught out here.
Here goes the party.
Oh no, I tried to switch to Duncan, but I couldn't find it. Mike, he's got his showstopper out. He's not going to find anyone. Winter, he sees the arms. He shoots them. He does a little bit of damage as now Cookie's going to start making space for the rest of the team to fall
30
in on
seconds left.
sight. But losing 1 at this stage is not where you want to go as the Viper's Pit's going to start securing the plant. Also, the retake
Spike
attempt
planted.
come from McTeam. The flash from Sun Gun. This time, not going to be as effective, but his shots are still hitting the mark. Ulster and Pendulum, these are the 2 you want to have left alive because they do have the capability to delay the smokes as long as possible. They haven't used the Molotov yet. They communicate. They're waiting. Ulster goes, gets the kill. He pushes on in. He dies. Now they've got the orbital laser. The orbital laser is going to be starting to use. They're going to all retreat on out of there. He gets 1 on Llamas. As he was coming on up, the Molotov has hit the ground. They're pushing him. They get the kill. And, well, that's done. They're going to be able to get that defuse. He stands in on it, takes the defuse, and that is that. Team move 4 rounds ahead. And now we see the first time out of the entire series. We're 3 maps in. We've had a 13 and 11. We had a 13 and 4, I believe our last map was. 14-4, 14-5. And now we're 11-7. This is the first map. That is 2.5 hours before a single timeout. That's a bit strange. A little bit unusual. But it's needed. Finality need to kind of pause, get their head in the game, understand what they can do against McTeam, because at the moment, what was working is no longer working, and they're just unable to put a chink in McTeam's wall. They've got 2 ultimates coming on up, with the third one about to come online with the Rolling Thunder. Both those the 2 current ultimates are duelist ultimates, so they should be able to open up a site if they can get in there. Showstopper's going to force anyone off their angles and just completely free up and open the world. Whether they look at trying to find space for Winter to find an ultimate orb, I guess will be an interesting thought, because they can get the Rolling Thunder as well. That's another capability to completely demolish the site, especially on offense when you funnel your opponents to come through, especially if defenders spied spawn at screens. Then Rolling Thunder, you're likely to get at least 3, possibly 4 members, and that is value for money. So as the time has passed, Finality decide they've thought about it. They've picked up the B site as the weakness for McTeam.
Bomb buddy out.
Let's see how they exploit it. Mike pops around the corner and says, nope, quickly throws up the paint shells. The flash comes on out, but the flash isn't going to be able to do anything because there was the paint shells. Second flash comes on out. They quickly avoid it. Who comes around the corner? The Empress is shut down. They can't do anything else. Winter comes on in, but he doesn't check the corner. Ulster has to and does pick it up now. It's 2 versus 2. You've got Llamas. He's going to be taking a little bit of damage. He's now vulnerable with the help of Duncan, who's coming up from the lurk from behind, but he's been smoked on off. Duncan's going to give away his position up in window with the shots. The wall's going to be used because it was not used earlier on. It's going to help try and delay anyone coming to the screen. Great flash. And the flash deals with 2 members simultaneously. Llamas says, don't worry, fellas. I got this. It's a great flash shot. Double gets the defuse. And he is now prepared. Duncan says, why did I even come along for this? As McTeam have now moved to match points. Remember, if McTeam win this, they move to 4th. Finality, if they lose this, because they've won a map, they're still gonna keep 1st place in the group stages. They would like to win this. They'd like to bring this in overtime. They don't want to let McTeam take this map. Nova is going to be using one end. They're going to get a little bit of information. Mike is going for the res. And he gets 1 kill, gets a second, and then also gets a double return. I'm surprised Eric was unable to find the kill to find themselves that 1-man advantage. Now it's 3 versus 3 as they move onto site. Cookie knows something's going on here as Llamas is going to be prepared at the other side. Oh, the wall almost comes out and cleans him up from behind. It throws it out, and a lot of damage being done with the showstopper cleaning up Duncan. Duncan's not going to have any fun with his Blade Storm, but Cookie's unable to get any more fun done in there. Pendulum is prepared. He's waiting. He's got the help of the Viper. Viper's completely backed off. He's getting prepared to fight for his lineups. He gets 1 kill. He gets rid of the Seekers. But now, unfortunately, Ulster, who ran away, is being killed. Llamas is left to find the kill, but he cannot do it. Pendulum secure the round and keep their hopes and dreams alive here. Ooh, yeah. Finality. That was the start. But they're still going to be up against McTeam, who's got all the funds to continue to keep buying. And Duncan's even feeling confident enough to buy himself an operator. Where's he going to hold? Where's he going to create a choke point and fear in the hearts of Finality? We'll be playing very aggressive up, watching short A. Thing is this, McTeam, they're happy to go for that ultimate orb each round towards long. They feel confident enough that they can pick that up fast without being punished from the speed that Finality are playing out. That just gives them closer and closer chances to getting their ultimates online. Wall's going to be used to try and slow down a little bit of an assault, as they do know that some are sitting up here in Hookah. Mike's trying to get some junk peats to get a little bit of knowledge out, as Shungun's got to swing on in. Not going to find anyone there. But he's flashes. They're going long. They're going deep. They will try and deal with those coming in through garden. And now the Rolling Thunder comes on in. The Showstopper's being used. But she shoots it up high, but it's too high. It does a little bit of damage, but not too much. Sungun still trying to recover after that Rolling Thunder. He managed to find two. Almost finds himself a third. As now they're making their way on site. Rama's pushing on in. He doesn't care for any smoke. It's not going to stop him, but the bullets will. Duncan will get shot from behind. Finality are not done. They get the plant, they get an extra ultimate charge and some credits to roll on in. Finality. Can they be the comeback kid? Can they bring us into overtime? Team, they don't want this to happen. If they lose this round, they're going on to a semi-bye round at best.
I need to blow something up.
Which means we could be seeing an 11-12 score, and if Finality can pick this round up. We get the idea that there's one coming up B short. As they push up, they've already got the ultimate orb secured in their sights. Can they make their way to it comfortably? Mythical decides he's going to back off. And Duncan and Llamas, they're going to make their way up. Mike is playing in a location that we've not seen him play so far, and that's underneath Ruka's window. Which I don't think anyone's really played under here at all on either side. So he comes on down. Mike gets the kill. Finality, their hopes are slowly fading away as the kill goes in favor of McTeam. They need for someone to come up big. There's no resurrection on Finality because they don't have a Sage. They don't have a KO. They're all about utility and creating the opportunities and openings. Michael is going to be trying to slow down that push. The paranoia, oh not paranoia, sorry, the Leer is going to open them up and slow down by the paint shells.
There.
Mike's waiting. He knows something's going down. Spike's going down. Mythical's trying to find the shots through the smoke. As in case the flash comes on out, he gets one. Snake bites there. They're going to be able to clean it up. It's now even. Finality is starting to do this, but no, it's starting to turn against them. They're starting to fall, but they've turned this back around.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god. Pendulum, we've seen him do this before. He can clutch this. He's got all the utility in the world. Mike knows he's there. The lasers are going to come in out. Mike knew this was coming. There's a Molotov. It is prepared. It is waiting. He needs to not get killed. The satchel comes on out. He throws out the Molotov. Molotov lands. It burns. It kills. They can't do anything about it. Mike's going to go on the hunt because he's just so angry that Pendulum has locked him down. That's 10-12. Those of you joining in, yes, as Wildfire has mentioned, this is End Sarah scheme. This is map number 3. First map was a 13-11 in favor of Finality. Second map was... Oh, sorry. First map was 13-11 in favor of McTeam. Second map was 13-5, I believe, in favor of Finality. Now we're here on a third map.
Behind me. Right there.
With Finality struggling to stay alive here.
Blinded.
Down at long, Ulster doesn't understand why they've pushed up so far. McTeam taking a very aggressive approach. They're playing a little bit differently because they can afford it. They have 2 rounds to play with. To try and win, to catch their opponents off guard. Beautiful shot by Lamas, trying to cancel the Finality's push coming on in. Great flash and great kill. He's found himself 2. Lamas doing all that he can to make sure that they win this. He finds himself a Phantom. Pendulum, he hears them coming from behind. He doesn't know what to do as they're starting to push in. He gets one, he can't find the second. Leaving it up to Mythical. Last one alive, and he goes down. And that is it. Mythical take a 3-match thriller. 2.5 hours in, and McTeam take the round.
Defenders win.
Too easy.
Ooh.
Blocking sight.
McTeam are going to move into 2 wins and 2 losses in the Evolution Group stages. They're going to be moving up to 4th. Finality will be taking their first L, which means that they're going to still luckily keep first place just against their opponents. And Look at that first bloods. Holy moly. I've never seen an entire team beat the other team in first bloods before. And that is surprising because Finality under those circumstances, that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds in a 23 rounds. That's almost, that's a 33% roughly of rounds that they won with first bloods. So, yeah, difficult. But they kind of pulled back. They were playing at a disadvantage all the time. They never actually got the advantages to start off the rounds. But anyway, congratulations to both these teams. It was an epic series. They both played wonderfully on round 1. Oh, map 1, sorry. Map 2. Map 3 came down to a 13-10. Don't feel like any team should feel disappointed. Finality, they did go down, but they played phenomenally. They're still top on the group stages. McTeam, that's going to give them some confidence. Since they're playing from behind at the moment in terms of the ladders, they're 5th, now 4th. They've got a few more teams to catch on up to make it up to that top league. Because in the Evolution series, there is a prize pool of $1,750. First, the winning team takes home $800. Second team, $450. Third team, $250. Fourth, $250. So there's a lot of money on the line if you can make your way through the group stage and then beat the rest when it comes down to it. Anyway, I want to say thank you all very much for tuning in. Yeah, for a second there, I thought we may have had an interview. We do not, I don't believe. So, anyway, thank you all for tuning in. It has been a pleasure to bring all tonight's action to you guys. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, but that's kind of what happens when you're a play-by-play caster all alone with no analyst. So, I start to lose my voice. But thank you all. I do appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you all supporting the Oceanic region for Valorant. It is great to see you all coming out tonight and supporting these two teams. Thank you to the two teams for having me along. It's been great fun watching you guys play and show your expertise off to the world. I'm sure that I think we have a few international viewers according to my stats off to the side. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in. If you are interested in any more Evolution Amateur or open action, I do try to cast a few matches every week. So throw me a follow if you're interested. Make sure to stay up to date with LPL_play at Twitter as they post out all our community casters and any of the tournaments that are being run, including the Valorant Oceanic Tour, which continues very soon. And we'll see who will be crowned at the top of the leaderboards and making their way to the Valorant Last Chance qualifiers in the NA region. Anyway, that's been enough for me tonight. I hope wherever you are, you stay safe, you stay healthy. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.